Okay, are you guys ready to learn how to use protractors? There's different kinds. We're going to go over the different kinds and how to use them, and then I'll show you how to use them, okay? But first, take a look at this. So these are them, but I want to just show you, we all know what this is, a ruler, right? We start using these and learn how to use them at a young age. Now, a ruler measures distance, right? We measure distance in inches on one side, and we measure distance in centimeters on the other side. But if you'll notice, our protractors down here below, they look pretty similar. They have these little markings, right? Just like our ruler has on either side. It counts on, it's like a number line, right? Starts at 0, inches goes to 12, starts at 0 on centimeters, right? Centimeters goes to 30. It's a number line. Now what I want to show you when we start looking at these protractors is it's still like a number line, and you still use it like a number line like you do with a ruler, except for instead of it being a straight line, it's going to be curved. And instead of us measuring distance, we're going to be measuring degrees, angle degrees. So let me just kind of go over some of these different protractors. So these are 4 different types of protractors. They look different, but they all do the same thing. So this is like our standard one. Let me kind of see if I can get the glare off a little bit. This is our standard protractor here. You'll notice it does actually have a ruler down here at the bottom. So like this is a ruler in inches. This is a ruler here in centimeters, but we're not going to use it for that. What we're going to be looking at are these outside and inside curved pieces. So if you'll notice, on this left-hand side on the outside starts at 0. And if I follow the number line all the way around, I'm looking on these outside numbers 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 180, 100, sorry, 40, 80, 60, 70, 180. So it goes from 0 to 180. We just learned in our last video that a line is 180 degrees. So from here to here, all the way across would be 180. But look, if I start on the right-hand side, there's also a 0. So now I'm going to look at the inside numbers. So if I look at the inside numbers, it still starts at 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. It's going to go all the way around to 180. So it's the same thing. It just depends on if you're going to start on the left-hand side or if you start on the right-hand side and move this way. So it's just like a double protractor. All protractors typically have that. They're going to have 2. So like here's another one. This is just a same thing but smaller version. So this is still a protractor. You'll notice this one starts with 0 on the inside, 0 to 180 on the inside, and then the outside, this one, 0 to 180 on the outside. But it's still just like a number line. We're going to use it to count up like a number line like this. Okay, these 2 that we just looked at, you'll notice are just halves, right? They only go to 180. They go to a straight line. I've got these other 2. These ones go all the way around to the full circle, the 360 degrees. So this one starts at 0 over here, and you can either go 10, look on the inside, it adds up 180 and then keep going, the 360 all the way around, which is what we just learned from that other video. Or if you can use the outside number, so 0, 10, 20, all the way around to 360. So we know a full circle is 360. And this one is what we're going to start with. It's pretty simple because actually it's a visual one. So this one is 0 all the way around to 360. We're going to use this one to help us out because it moves and will be able to help us with some angles. So let me show you a simple example using this one. So I'm going to draw an angle here. It's a little big. Let me see. So before I even measure this angle, I want you to think, is this an acute angle, a right angle, or an obtuse angle, right? Is it acute, right, or obtuse? You should know just by looking at it. This is an obtuse angle, right? It's larger than 90 degrees. So if you get in your head, obtuse, larger than 90 degrees, larger than 90, you should know that the number, whatever we are going to get, has to be bigger than 90. So I'm going to show you how to measure this angle using this type of protractor first. What you will need to do with any protractor, whether you're using these, any of these, or an online version, your protractor is always going to have like a center point. So this is that one, right? This guy has a center point. These all have a center point where this little dot is on this one. It's where this little dot is, where this X is. Your center point you are always going to put on the vertex of your angle. That is the center of your angle. So I'm going to line it up. I'm going to put my vertex right there at the center of my angle. Once that is there, then you're going to line up your 0 with wherever my angle is starting. So you see my angle is starting right here, and I've got the center. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to just drag this along. I'm going to leave this 0 right where this line is. Try to hold this still. I'm going to drag this over until it gets to the size of my angle. So you see this red has filled in the size of my angle. So I've gone from 0 all the way to over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to see, okay, I started at 0, and let's use this number line and see how large it went to. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 130, it about stopped. So this angle is obtuse. I know that it's 90 degrees, and this angle is 130 degrees. So this whole thing is 130 degrees, and I know that that's pretty reasonable because I knew it had to be larger than 90. If I for some reason got some number that was smaller than 90, I know that that wouldn't make sense. So that's how that one, real simple. Let me show you just this, the standard one. So I know it's going to be around 130. I'm going to write myself a little note just so we know what to do here. So I'm going to use this one. Again, I'm going to put the center at the vertex of my angle and line up this edge with my 0. And now I'm going to start at 0. So for this one, it starts at 0 on the outside edge. I need to make sure I don't start on the center, because look, if I use the center numbers, 180, and I came over here and it stopped at, oh look, that looks like it's at 50. Well, if I said that this angle is 50 degrees, is that larger than 90? That doesn't make sense, right? That's not larger than 90, so I know it can't be that 50 because I know it's going to have to be larger than 90. So you always want to start at the 0 side. So if I put that here, I'm starting at the 0. For this case, it's on the outside. So here I'm going to use the outside edge. I'm going to come all the way, and it is around 130. 130 degrees. Okay, we're going to practice this. So I'm going to show you some other ones because they won't always exactly be straight on. So we'll review how to use the protractors in more detail on the next video.